Alright, so I think we're at day 80. And if I am mistaken and it's still just 79, forgive me. Alright, so this weekend, you see what happened was my friend came out of town. He lives in Wisconsin. So I get to see him maybe once every 2 years or so. And they throwed him a surprise birthday party. And I didn't really know about it until sort of toward the end of the week that's the way it was going to go down. So I ate a little extra on Saturday. And I ate some cupcake. I ate one cupcake on Saturday. I did pretty good. And Sunday, yesterday, when I did my weigh-in, we seen no weight change at all. What I should have been seeing was a downward spiral. So this social event did affect me in a big way, and I'm talking about it before I show you today's weigh-in because it's a bit of a shock. It was definitely a shock to me, and I could not get my head wrapped around it this morning, but there's a whole lot more to it than just that. I got a lot of splaining to do. So, you see what happened was, when you hear me say that, that means the truth is coming, the bitter truth. And you're going to have to bear with me while I wrap my head around it all. Alright, so my friend was on the way. I had ate a sub yesterday to kind of tide over hunger, thinking, that would be helpful. And it was helpful, and I should have stuck with subs. I should have just told them, that what I was doing, and just stuck with that throughout the entire thing. But I wanted to celebrate with my friend. I wanted to make it fun for him. I wanted him to experience Tom the way he knows him. So he gets there, and he has some food to throw on the grill. I have some things that I had cooked up and throwed on the grill, and we did hot dogs, and we smoked sausages. He brought some smoked sausage down with him from up there in Wisconsin, and it was really good. A little hot and spicy, but that's the type of things that me and him like. So I wound up eating those on hoagie rolls with chili, and he had a few big pork chops that they brought with them, and I put some of that rub on them that I use for barbecue, my butt rub, Boston butt rub, on those pork chops, and everybody loved the flavor of them once they turned out on that grill. I mean, they were great. So he also brought a 12-pack of beer with him, and it was cold, and it was available, and I am not a drinker at all, in no shape, way, or form, but I do drink on social occasions such as this. I always have, and I probably won't always will after I get done with this story, because I drank about 3 beers with them. No big deal. I was in control of myself. I was not intoxicated to the point where I was just in a drunken stupor, if you know what I mean. But we spent time together. We talked about old times and good times and new times and everything in between. Just enjoyed ourselves, having the time of our lives. It was so much fun, and I don't regret that part of any of it. So then it comes about 15 till 8 p.m. last night, and it was time for them to leave to go back to the motel room. And of course, the wife, she was good to drive. She didn't do anything but eat and socialize with us. So they headed off back to their motel, and they left their beer behind, and maybe drank 4. I don't remember if my friend even drank more than 1 or 2 of them. But I had 3 while they were there, and since they left them, and it was available, I said, well, man, I've had such a good time. I'm just going to drink 1 more, because I was feeling, I was the 3 that I had earlier were gone, and I was like, I'm just going to, do this as like a relaxing after celebration type of drink, So that's what I did. I drank 1 more, so I had 4 total. And my eating window had already closed, and I had actually, when I was grilling, I went past my eating window. I think we finished eating somewhere around 6 o'clock or so, 6 p.m. So I was about an hour past into my window. I'm thinking, well, I'm good. I got this. I've got a protocol. This is a speed bump in the road for me. Well, you see what happened was okay, so I go back in the house and I start putting my video together, get everything done, get the video completed through the editing process, and then off to YouTube. It's uploading. And my wife calls me in the kitchen, and tells me she wants me to help coach my daughter to go get in the bathtub, because she was being a little stubborn about doing what she was told. And I went in there, to help out with that situation. And then they are having a bath. And I look around in that kitchen, and I see Doritos and snack cakes. And my mind immediately went to that one pork chop that nobody touched, that just gone in the refrigerator. So I grabbed that thing out and I started tearing chunks off of it and eating it uncontrollably. And then I went back to those Cool Ranch Doritos that were on the cabinet, started munching on them uncontrollably. And then my mother-in-law had made my wife some more of those oatmeal cookies, because that oatmeal has the iron fiber content in it, and she likes to munch on a few of those throughout the day because, she's having to keep her iron built up and everything due to the current situation with her that's going on that I've been talking about for the past few weeks now. I immediately grabbed 3 of those, gorged them down. I had this uncontrollable hunger. I did not know what was going on. I had that little angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other. One was telling me, man, you need to stop. You know better than this. And the other was saying, oh, you'll be all right. You can get this under control. And then there was a hoagie roll sitting there, and we were out of the sausages, and I was thinking, man, I sure could go for another one of them sausages right now, one of these hoagie rolls. So I didn't. I grabbed the hoagie roll out of the bag, and I filled it up with those ranch Doritos, and I was just munching on them bread and chips like it was a Dorito sandwich, man. And I was thinking, I don't want my wife to see me doing this because she's been doing the protocol with me. I said, I can't ruin this for her. I said, what in the hell is going on? And then, so I went to, the other end of the house where my son's bathroom. I kept peeking around the corner to see where she was, making sure she wasn't going to walk in there and catch me. The only way she's going to catch me is when she sees this video, which at this point, I don't care. I'm just explaining what went on with me. I was sitting there eating this Dorito sandwich, crunching, and it was so good, and I just couldn't stop to save my life. And then what went through my mind is I got potato chips and snack cakes in my backpack from when I went metal detecting last month. Remember that video? So I went in there, and I had those peanut butter crispy nutty buddy bars, or whatever you call them. And I grab a pack of those out, and I gorge them down, and then I opened them, that can of Pringles that I had in there. They were barbecue flavor, and I was eating stacks of them that thick all at once. I just could not stop gorging. I was like binge eating like crazy. It was the most insane thing. It was an experience I have not felt since spring break of '89. And I'm like, well, I didn't smoke anything, you know. Why am I feeling these uncontrollable munchies? I just had them. So finally, with the Pringles, my hunger finally satiated, coming into control. So I sit down at my computer desk, and this was all around 10 o'clock at night. I had just put out my video from yesterday. I was actually doing this while the video was in the downloading process, and I was like, God, what is wrong with me? You get it to freaking gather. What the hell is going on here? I could not figure it out, so I typed in, I don't want anybody else would do. I typed into a Google search, beer and uncontrollable hunger, and it turns out that there is a such thing as beer munchies. I didn't even know that was a thing, or I'd have stayed away from it. It was a terrible, terrible experience. I mean, I could not stop. I was gorging uncontrollably, and I did not know that the beer and the alcohol from that beer was responsible for those insane food cravings that just came out of nowhere, just like that, and I could not stop. Man, nothing was safe that had a wrapper on it. I was out of control, and then, you know, since I was satiated finally, you know, and the hunger had subsided, and I looked up that information, and I discovered that, and I felt an instant relief. I'm like, thank God that's what it was, and this is not something I'm going to have to start dealing with now on a regular basis, because my hunger has been under control since I started intermittent fasting. I learned a lot from this social event. I will not be drinking any more beer, for one thing. Eating outside the window is something that I have done in my recent past, and I can get that back under control just fine. But this was something different. There was definitely a devil on my shoulder. And I was listening to everything he had to say. Now the angel's on the other shoulder this morning telling me, I told you so. So I hope you get something out of this experience. I've done talk long enough. This is going to be most of the video, I'm sure, but I will definitely throw in there what I eat today. Today is, I done promised my wife I was going into a reset day, and I think I still need that. But anyway, here's the scale weight from this morning. I will see you in a little while for the afterthoughts. God. Scale time, Monday.
Your weight is 291 pounds.
Okay, so 291 pounds. So that is a little weight loss. That's 0.8 pound weight loss. Let me get woke up and dressed, and we'll get more into that in a minute. But that will be the last weigh-in for this week. We will weigh in again next week, where we should get under 290 pounds and finally be toward the hold on, I'm confused. Did I just say I was confused? Confused? Yeah. I would say I was a little more than confused because what I was looking at on that scale is a 4-pound weight gain overnight. Jesus. Confused. I was a little more than confused, folks. I was dumbfounded, and I was not grasping what was going on with me at the time of that weigh-in. So I done what anybody would do. I had a reset day anyway, and I figured, what the hell? Let's just go to Big Boys.
How's your mom doing? Oh, is she? Okay. Oh, there you are. Hello. How are you? Doing good. Proud of himself? I am. I was making some nice burrito. I just don't have the cabbage. All right.
So you remember that the line I showed you before you?
You don't want no dessert?
All right, so it is the end of the day. This is the afterthoughts, and I did not enjoy that food at Big Boys all that well, so I just kind of piddled around with it. It's one of those places where you can choose to eat unhealthy or healthy or somewhere in between if you want to. They've got everything you can think of, from fried squash, chicken livers. I got four chicken livers. And they were good. I got a piece of fried chicken to try it out. That was decent. I ate some of it. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know if it was because I was so upset with myself over the scale this morning, and I know in my head that weight is coming from undigested food. So got me some decaffeinated coffee here, which I have not been doing while I was sub fasting, because I felt like I needed the subs to stick with me a little longer. Plus all the fermented vegetables on them, actually help with digestion anyway. So I got this cup of coffee here. The wife and I, neither one really wanted to go to that restaurant. My mother and father came down, and my mother decided she was gonna ride with us to take my daughter to school. Me and my wife wanted Mexican. We wanted to do a stir fry today. That's how we were going to do our reset. So she kind of come down here and just got in the middle of our plans. That happens with family sometimes, and this was not the right time for that. So my wife nor I were feeling it. So we just kind of picked at our food a little bit. We really weren't satisfied with it when we left there. We had other plans. And I asked my mom, like, you want to go to Mexican? Ooh. Let me explain my mother and father to you. I love them to death. They can go to 7 different restaurants, get a cheeseburger and french fries at all 7 restaurants, and think that they ate something different every day. Oh, no imagination when it comes to food, but we made it work out, because we love my mother, and sometimes you got to make sacrifices that you don't want to make, and this was one of those times, that we already had things planned, and it's just like the devil, just get off of that shoulder. But I didn't let him beat me there. I didn't really eat that much. I got 2 plates of stuff, just trying to make it work, and I just couldn't make it work because I didn't want it. I did not want it. I just wasn't feeling it. So that was when we dropped my daughter off at her school. So when we went to go, when I picked up my son, me and the wife went back to that town a little early. We stopped by the Mexican restaurant and we got what we wanted. So my reset day is complete now. We got done eating about 4 p.m. So that's my daughter. So she wants Zaxby's. We just got back from Zaxby's. So we got what we wanted finally. We got that mixed fajita, which was stir fry with the chicken and vegetables, and we ate that, and I ate 2 burrito shells with that on there, and the little salad with the beans and the guacamole and everything that comes on that was great. Having those vegetables hit my stomach, I felt wonderful after that meal. And it's 5:33 p.m. right now, so we finally got what we wanted to eat, and I feel like definitely my reset day is complete after eating that way more healthy meal. Enough with the interruptions, I'm telling you. I am done with them. So tomorrow we have agreed to go back on the sub fast for the rest of this week. So I am definitely going to correct anything going in the wrong direction over the course of this week. Stuff came up that was unexpected. I was done overeating as of yesterday. Wow, what a crazy adventure, huh? Y'all stick with me. We're going to correct this. This is I said earlier, this was a speed bump in the road. It's more like a mountain in the middle of the road to climb all of a sudden. But we're going to get through it. Stay tuned for this week, because it's about to get real serious real fast. Hang on to your seat, because we're going back again for the Subway Slim Down, the Subway Sub Fast. This time I'm going to get a full 7 days in. And if someone else comes up with a birthday party, I'm ordering a sub tray. I done made up my mind. I'm ordering a sub tray. Well, that's all I got for today, folks. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a good one.